The Federal Trade Commission refunds consumers. The ongoing microchip shortage continues. Stellantis' plan to source chips and more. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Laura Harris. Welcome to Auto News Now. Coming up, more on those headlines for you. But first, our lead story. The Federal Trade Commission is sending over $9.8 million in payments to thousands of consumers affected by a discrimination lawsuit against Napleton Automotive Group. The agency is distributing over 66,000 checks, averaging $147, to car buyers it says were affected by unlawful practices at group stores. Back in March, Napleton Automotive of Oak Brook Terrace, Illinois, was the subject of a suit that the FTC in the state of Illinois filed. It alleged that employees were adding illegal junk fees for unwanted add-ons to vehicle purchases and charging more in financing for Black consumers. The settlement is the result of a 3-year process. The FTC says consumers should receive checks within 90 days. Napleton has denied any wrongdoing and says it reluctantly decided to settle the case to avoid an ongoing dispute with the government. We've been following the ongoing microchip shortage, and now we have the latest numbers. With fewer cuts, outlook is beginning to improve. According to Auto Forecast Solutions, the estimated number of vehicles axed from automakers' production plans this year because of the chip shortage slightly fell. In its latest estimate, 3.9 million vehicles have been cut by automakers worldwide this year, a slight improvement from the 3.93 a week earlier. Officials say microchip availability could improve next year as demand in other sectors eases. Stellantis wants to source chips for EVs from Infineon. The company plans to buy more than $1 billion worth of chips and signed a non-binding memorandum with the German chip maker for a multi-year supply of silicon carbide semiconductors. Infineon will reserve production capacity and will supply the semiconductors directly to Stellantis suppliers in the second half of the decade. The chips are meant for EVs under the Stellantis brands. The automaker plans to convert its brands in Europe to all electric by the end of the decade. You can read more on these stories in our newsletter, The Daily. To subscribe, go to the More section on our website and click Newsletters on the left side of the screen. Faraday Future signs a big deal to raise up to $350 million as the electric vehicle startup looks to roll out its FF91 luxury car. The company says the deal gives it financial flexibility to help start production and deliver its car to customers. An affiliate of Yorkville Advisors Global gave an initial commitment of $200 million, and Faraday Future raised $100 million. Porsche is accelerating to a greener future with the arrival of its first electric crossover, a battery-powered Macan. The Porsche EV will have a 100 kilowatt-hour battery pack and 600 horsepower. The compact luxury electric crossover will be the sportiest model in the segment. The automaker aims to generate more than 80% of new vehicle sales globally from EVs by 2030. Production of the Macan will begin early next fall. U.S. deliveries are expected in the first quarter of 2024. Now, some unfortunate news. Jay Leno suffered burns in a car fire in his LA garage. The left side of former The Tonight Show host's face was burned, but Leno's ear and eye were not severely damaged. Leno says he's okay. He just needs some time to get back on his feet. Since leaving late-night television, Leno began his own series called Jay Leno's Garage. That's all we have today for Auto News Now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at AutoNewsTV and online at AutoNews.com for updates from our reporters all day, every day. I'm Laura Harris. Have a great night, and I'll see you all next time.